It is 8 a.m. The generator is at 21%. I am currently pulling in between nothing and 4 watts via a single solar panel. It's pretty fucking cloudy outside. Still super cloudy out, and it's been roughly 4 hours, and we've managed a 2% gain. And whereas before it was anywhere between 0 and like 3 or 4 watts, now we're up to almost 9 or 10. So it's the next day, and there's now enough sun that again we're pulling 1 to 2 watts. It's about 10 minutes till 7 a.m. It's 11:30 and we're pulling in between 1 and 3 watts. It's gone up 1%. So it's 5:15, and that means over the course of 2 days, we've gained 7% from 23 to 30. And it's rainy and dark enough now that we're back down to 0 watts. 8:30 a.m. on day 3, and we're starting to get some juice. We're up another 1% since where I left it last night. It's a lot nicer out today. I would imagine we're gonna have better results once the sun crests over the top of the building and we get some direct light. So here it is nearly noon, and the little bit of blue sky that I thought was gonna give way to direct sunlight has been blotted out by clouds, and we've only made it up to 32%. So here it is about 2:30, and we're actually getting some sun. It's up towards 9 watts intermittently. We're still at 33%. The sun seems to be kind of like directly overhead. Yeah, the angle isn't doing us any favors here. It's been shining straight down. Got another cloudy day. Here it is, roughly 7:15, and we're starting to see a watt or two, 35%. So here it is, 9 o'clock. Again, we're fluctuating between 0 and 2 or 3 watts at 36%. Another bummer of a cloudy bullshit day. It's about 7:15 a.m. on the 15th. We're catching between 1 and 4 watts. It's another pretty cloudy day, but who knows, maybe it'll burn off. It's about 10 a.m. and we're at 39%, fluctuating between maybe 1 and 5 watts. Sun's burned off all the clouds, but I don't know if the angle's going to be any help. So it's gotten a bit sunnier. Still intermittent clouds, and the direct sun seems to be pretty much blocked. But we are getting up to 10 watts, which is pretty cool. Oh, 11. We're at 41%. Coming up on 2 o'clock, we're spiking at 13 watts. It's the 16th. We got another super overcast day, getting some rain. When I checked this before I hopped in the shower, it was looking like it was pulling 1 to 2 watts. Now we're back down to nothing, and it was, I think, at 40 and change. Now we're at 47. I'm heading off. It's like 8:15. See what happens. Finally home at 2:45. No real change in the cloudiness. It is currently pulling in between 4 and 7 watts, and we're at 49%. So it's about 6 a.m. Kind of seems like it might be clear today. We're starting off at 51% and 0 watts. Today's the 17th. About 8:30 a.m. Skies are pretty blue. Still only really achieving like 4 watts, 51%. It is roughly 2:30 p.m. Nice blue skies. I think the sun's pretty much directly overhead. So I guess the plate's getting it. The cells. Oh wow. We're getting 20 plus watts. 55%. That's good. It's after 6 p.m., almost 6:15. The sun's gone behind the building, and we're down to like a few watts, 4, and we're at 58%. It's about 11:30. Fairly clear skies. A little bit cloudy, a little hazy. And we are pulling up around 6 watts at the peak. We're at 61%. Seems like this is set up to be perhaps the sunniest day lately. It's about 7:45, and we're already starting to get upwards of 2 watts, 67%. It's 11:15. We're only up to 68%, and we're still pulling the same wattage, up to like 4 watts there, I guess. I'm gonna hop in the shower and run some errands. We'll see what it looks like when I get back. It's about 3:30, and we're pulling what I see here up to 17 watts. We got the sun at its highest point in the day, and it's about 72%. Another day, seemingly pretty clear. Starting off here at about 7:20, pulling up to 5 watts, 74%. So here it is, about 2:15. Pretty sunny day we got going on out here. Slight clouds, and we are picking up in the proximity of 17 watts at 78%. It is roughly 3:30, and we are pulling in north of 10 watts, currently at 80%. It is the end of the day here. The sun is come and gone. Sky's still, intermittently cloudy. It's about 7:20 p.m. and we're fluctuating between nothing and 3 watts, maybe 81%. It's almost quarter to 11, and the sky is pretty damn blue. We're currently taking in up to 5 watts at 83%. About quarter after 2, sun's getting high. We're pulling close to 20 watts, 86%. 8 a.m., Thursday, June 22nd. It's pretty cloudy today. So far, we're pulling up to 5 watts, so that's a pretty good sign with this much cloud cover. At 90%, it's about 2:30 p.m. and the sky's outside, mostly cloudy. And we're seeing upwards of 20 watts. 8 a.m., 98%. We're pulling up to 4 watts. Pretty cloudy. Hey, 100%. Still pulling in between 2 and 8 or 9 watts. It is 10:25. Today is the 23rd. So it looks like that took about a week.